All right, honored and joined now here on In the Circle by two of the best players in the country, two of the star players for the LSU Tigers. And of course, I speak of first the only ever two-time Gold Glove winner in softball, center fielder Ciara Briggs, and then All-American, and of course, has been part of the U.S. national team in the past in 2022, and of course, the U.S. junior national team. I speak of Taylor Pleasance, Ciara Briggs, Taylor Pleasance joining us here. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. How you doing?
Good. We're good.
We're good.
Well, how do you feeling now? The season's almost here. You've got a veteran group. You've been to the kid together for a long time, part of this veteran senior group. Just tell us a little bit how you feeling about this year's LSU Tigers version, starting with you, Taylor.
I'm excited. It's funny, we've always had these interviews starting like freshman year, and we always talked about how young our team has been, and the script has totally flipped. Like almost everyone out there is a junior or senior or fifth year, but super excited. We have all the pieces that we need to go far, so I'm just excited to get things rolling.
What about you, Ciara?
Yeah, just like Taylor said, I'm super excited. All of us have been every step of the way, and like we've been dealt different hands throughout these years, so we know from experience what to do and what's best for our team. And like Taylor said, we have every piece that we need to be successful, and we're all super excited to just play with each other and just compete every day.
Has this time gone by fast? I mean, describe this time. I mean, I remember both of you when you both debuted, and I talked to Coach Torina, and she said to keep these two names, Taylor Pleasant, Ciara Briggs, in mind, but obviously the other players you've been playing. I mean, you're almost like all family, I would imagine. You spend so much because in a way you spend more time with each other than you do with your own family. Is that accurate? Start with you, Ciara.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's flown by. I mean, I still sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is my last year. This is my fifth year. Like if the coronavirus didn't even happen, I wouldn't be here right now. So I mean, it's flown by, but it is LSU softball is a family, and everyone on the team, we're just like sisters. And like when you have fun and you're loving what you do, it just flies by. So it's been a blast, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Taylor, what's your thoughts here in this during this time here? I mean, is it flown by? I mean, you both have done so many great things for in the sport, but has it gone by? Like, I mean, it seems like maybe just yesterday you walked on campus for the first time.
Yeah, in the moments, it goes by so slow, like day to day practice, like being long, you're like, oh my gosh, this day's never ending. But then after a few weeks, you're like, wow, that went by really fast. So yeah, over the years, they have definitely flown by. Being with her since freshman year, we're pretty much like sisters now. We've lived together for 5 years. Like, not a lot of people get to do that, but it's been a great experience.
Do you remember when you first met each other? When you both met? Do you remember when that was? Who wants to take that first?
I remember. She doesn't remember. We met in travel ball. It was the summer coming into college. It was at the PGF tournament. I remember my mom, she's like, "Oh, come on, you're gonna meet Taylor, your future teammate and roommate." I was like, "Okay." So I met her and her dad. I met them, and we were just talking about like crawfish, like seafood, all that type stuff. But I remember meeting Taylor, but I don't think she remembers.
Yeah, I have a different experience with the first memory of her. So I think it was like PGF or something. I was playing in a tournament in California. Her and Ray were also there. So we all met up at a restaurant to discuss what we were going to bring to the freshman dorm. We're like, okay, I'll bring all the cooking stuff since I like to cook. Like, you don't have to worry about that. So we like divided it all up, had our fourth roommate on the phone. It was very awkward. It was so weird.
Pretty. That's pretty good. That is unique. That's not, I was expecting that. How are you both different today as people, not just softball players, but as people compared to when you were freshmen?
I would.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a completely different person. If you were to ask me to do an interview freshman year, I like you can ask Keontae, I'd be like, no, like I do not want to do it. Like this is not for me. I've definitely grown up, came out of my shell a little bit. finding things that help me become a better person and actually sticking to it. Like you always hear stories about, oh, you want to go there to be a better person and a better player and everything. But like actually being able to put it into work has been a huge game changer for me in my life. That was a good answer. Thank you. Good luck.
I would say for me, my freshman year, I remember kind of being like not very myself. I was very like in my own head, like wasn't really being my true like outgoing self because I was just nervous and all that fun stuff. But like over the years, I've definitely been myself, and now I'm like not afraid to say anything or like be my true self of being loud or just whatever, doing anything to like make people smile. And like, I don't know, I've just obviously over the years and over experience, over adversity, you learn different things and you learn how to grow from that. So I think just like the little things that have happened in the past years have just helped me grow into a more mature person, I would say. I don't know.
That's pretty good. No, that's a good answer. What's it like, Ciara, to be the first and only softball player to be a back-to-back two-time Gold Glove award winner like you have done in 2022 and 2023? That's unique. What was your reaction when you first won it? I mean, what is that like when you first find out you've won that award?
I couldn't believe it. It was just such a surreal moment. The first one that I won, AJ Andrews actually gave me a call, and she was just talking to me, and she was just saying what it was like to play at LSU for her and how she felt winning a Gold Glove. And she was like, we have two things in common. We both play for LSU, and now we both have Gold Gloves. I'm like, wait, what? And so she was actually the one who kind of told me that I won the first one. I was just blown away. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was speechless. Same thing with the second one. Like, I found out over social media. I saw on my phone LSU softball posted you or tagged you in a post. I was like, why are they tagging me in a post? It's summertime. And I was like, no way. And I saw it and I just couldn't even get the words out. My family was like, what's going on? Like, what happened? I like couldn't even speak. But it's so cool just like putting your goals to the test and accomplishing those goals. And like, I don't know, it's just exciting and I just can't believe it. But super cool moment for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of a tradition now at LSU. I mean, Andrew's an award winner. I mean, what is that like? Coach Torina has mentioned it, like you're like outfield you. Is there that standard, and is that something you want to pass along to the future outfielders at LSU, some of the youngsters and your teammates there?
There definitely is a high standard for, I mean, not only just the outfielders, but just LSU in general. But we definitely do put a high standard in the outfield, and I try to do everything that I can to just help the freshmen that come in or anyone who comes in the outfield. But there definitely, I would say, is a high standard, and we are expected to be able to do a lot. So I mean, I think it's good for us. It puts a challenge on us every day, and it makes us better. So whatever makes us better and gets the job done, then gets the job done.
Taylor, you're no slouch defensively. You've had your accolades defensively, but what is it like to be roommates with a two-time Gold Glove award winner?
I keep telling her we're going to have matching ones. So hopefully this year's the year for that.
I like that. A little competitive there. I love that. Taylor, of course, you've had your own accomplishment. You've been an All-American. You've played for the U.S. national team. In fact, I remember the first time I remember you was when you were on the junior national team in 2019 when you won the gold in dramatic fashion, I believe in Irvine, California, on a walk-off homer to beat Japan. So what has that experience been like to be representing LSU playing for Team USA in the junior national level, of course, as the national team?
Yeah, I think every time that I do go play with them, I come back a completely better and different person. Like every time I've gone, I've come back with something that has changed the way I play. Like it makes me more confident as a leader. Like I get to be around all these different people that have been through different walks of life and how they attack the game their way. And then like taking little bits from everyone that I play with and what would work for me. So I think it has definitely helped me become a better player. I would say last year playing, or I guess not last year, in 2022, playing with Hannah Flippin made me a way better defender. Like being able to take reps next to her or even across the field at first base, like just watching her move and watching the things that she does has made me way better. So it is definitely a privilege to be able to go play there or play with them in the summers.
It's a good person to learn from. For both of you, obviously you're both aware, softball's back in the Olympics in Los Angeles 2028. Is that something that you both are interested in pursuing after college? I mean, I'm curious where you both are thinking after this. You're done at LSU, what your plans are. But is that Olympics something you're thinking about? Can you dream about that as something as a goal for both of you? Start with you, Taylor.
Yeah, it's something I've talked to my parents about too, that I want that to be my end goal. Like if I can retire with the gold medal from the Olympics, like that would be end all. Like hang the cleats up, like I'm good. Like that is the end goal that I am trying to achieve. So yeah, hopefully get to play some pro ball in the summers, get around coaching so I can stay close to the field, close to the weight room, and just keep pushing until that 2028.
Yeah, I think I've definitely talked about it with my family as well, and I think it would be cool to win a gold medal, like Taylor said. But yeah, just seeing what opportunities come and just staying in the game. I want to stay in the game as long as possible. So we'll see what comes.
We'll see. We still got some playing to do here at LSU. Let me ask you both: what got you both to come to LSU and play there? Starting with you, Ciara.
Where to begin? Pretty much everything about it. I mean, obviously being from California, it's very different here, but while I was going through the recruiting process, I kind of realized that I wanted to experience something different from what I grew up in, and Louisiana is definitely it. LSU is definitely it, but everything really drew me to LSU. I mean, the coaching staff is unbelievable. The family-like atmosphere of LSU softball, the school, the culture of LSU, just really everything about it. And I just love how we're just challenged every single day, both on the softball field and outside the softball field, to be a better human, to be a better softball player, just be all around better and just growing every single day. And who doesn't want to play in the SEC? I mean, it's the best of the best. So yeah, I just wanted to be challenged, and doesn't want to wear LSU across their chest?
Yeah, I think for me, it's pretty similar. It's the cliche, like you get the feeling whenever you leave the place. So my story was a little different. I came on a visit here to rule it out. Like my parents made me come. I did not want to come. Like I hadn't really watched LSU up until this point. Mind you, I was like, I don't know, 14. I was very young. But didn't really know much about the program, didn't know about the coaches, came on a visit, ended up loving it. Talked to my parents a little bit. I think I came back on a visit a couple of weeks later and then committed then. So just the cliche, like you had the feeling when you walked on, the people, the players at the time. So Savannah Jaquish, Bianca Bell, Carly Hoover, like that crew. Being able to hang around them and the stories that they tell about the coaches. Definitely the family atmosphere. I'm a very big family person. So having quite a few nieces and nephews, being around coaches' kids at the time was like just very comforting. Like everyone's themselves all the time. Just a great atmosphere to be in, to grow.
Aren't you glad your parents forced you to come then? I mean, where you imagine that's why? That's a great story.
Yeah, I owe that one to them for sure.
Man, I think Coach Torina owes your parents then. She better thank them every time she sees them there. What got you both into playing softball growing up? Was that something what got you hooked on it? Did you have a favorite player that inspired you? What got you into playing softball? Starting with you, Taylor.
I started playing because my brother played baseball. He was 2 years older than me. So he started in T-ball, went to coach pitch. And while all the other like 5-year-olds were running around playing games with the other kids, I was actually sitting and watching him, which my parents thought was very interesting. So they ended up putting me in T-ball, I think. I started playing when I was 5. I guess I fell in love with it. I don't remember anything from my childhood. These are all things my parents tell me. But I feel like I've always enjoyed it. It's always been fun to just be outside, run around, hang out with friends. And as I got older, like the competition level just increased and just grew with it.
Mine definitely comes from my family. I mean, my dad played baseball, my mom played softball. All of my older siblings played baseball or softball, so we're definitely a sports family. But I would say it's similar to Taylor's. I mean, my parents coached my older sister, so I would always be at the field just watching them practice. I'd always be with them. Growing up, me and my brothers would always be playing wiffle ball in the front yard, and you know how competitive those type of games can get. But I don't know, I just fell in love with the game, and I started T-ball at 5, and it's just something in me about softball. But I did play soccer growing up too, but I did make the decision to stick with softball because I just loved it so much and wanted to play college softball just like my sister. So I would say she was probably the person that kind of inspired me to want to play college ball, just seeing her grow up and go to college and play softball and love it. So I want to do the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that decision's worked out very well. It's worked out for softball very well as well. What's it like? Describe being a student athlete at LSU in Baton Rouge. What's it like?
Well, for both of us right now, it's not too bad. My graduate classes, I only have to take 9 hours this semester. So 2 are in person and one is online. So I'm only going to class on Tuesday and Thursdays, which is very nice. I have not had this luxury yet. So I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday off. So that part's exciting. I am looking forward to that, all the recovery time. But I would say in the early years, it is like it's always hard to get into it with the time management of things, like having to be in 5 classes at once. Now having 3, like you can look back and be like, wow, like that was actually a lot of work at one time. But just being able to manage your time, definitely need a planner. And just stay on top of things. Don't let things start to pile up because then that's when you can't get back.
Yeah, kind of like what Taylor said, like once you are on a routine and you're time managing everything you need to get done, then it becomes so much more easier. I mean, this being my 5th year, I'm on all online. So, I mean, that's going to make it 10 times better because I have more time for softball. I mean, obviously I still got schoolwork to do, but you know, there's a difference between going to class and compared to online. But being a student athlete at LSU too is just super cool. I mean, like everyone is just so supporting. You'll go to a restaurant and they'll be supporting you or saying, "Oh, we love watching your games." And it's just so cool. Like just being able to be, I don't know, like recognized when you're going to eat or somewhere or something like that. But definitely feel the support from the LSU fan base for sure.
Oh, and that's the thing. You get to go to some pretty cool sporting events, especially football at Tiger Stadium at night. Do you remember the first time you ever went to an LSU football game? And just describe what's it like to be at a LSU football game, especially at night. I got to go once. I went in 2014 against Alabama. It was a night game. It's one of the best atmospheres I've ever seen. It's a bucket list. I always tell people. You probably both have done it a few times. What's it like?
It's electric. I mean, there's nothing like Death Valley. It is just from start to finish, it is just hands down one of the best experiences you can do while you're at LSU. And it's crazy. The atmosphere is crazy. Everyone is so locked in and everyone's just, I don't know, it's just a great day. And it's electric. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite game that I've been to was against Florida. The national championship year, so 2019 with Joe Burrow. But that game was incredible. It was so loud. I'm sure there's so many videos out there about it, but it's just awesome to be there, like to see that many people like knowing LSU and LSU sports. And then eventually the thought in the back of my head was like, what if we were to play in front of that many people? Like how crazy would that be?
Yeah, it's loud too. 90, 100,000. It's pretty wild there. Do you remember the first time you ever stepped in that stadium for a football game? I don't know if it was during a visit or when you got enrolled freshman year. What was your first game?
Mine was on my unofficial visit. So I was a high school freshman and it was actually raining the whole day. And I remember the coaching staff saying, "Oh, like it won't rain. Like when there's a game, it won't rain in Death Valley." We get there and it's pouring rain. It's starting to flood, but I mean, I loved every single bit of it. I mean, everyone was enjoying it and making the most of it. I just remember the cheerleaders putting their little speaker things like they're at bowling and they're diving into them, and I got to go on someone's shoulders and just watch the game. It was incredible. Like rain or shine, it's just one of the best atmospheres you can be a part of.
That's pretty good. You remember one, Taylor? You remember your first one?
I do not remember my first time there. I want to say it was for my visit. Oh, guest appearance by Coach Beth. um, I think it was my visit. It was against Alabama. I want to say we lost that game, but
Okay.
still a great game, like great atmosphere to be in.
Yeah, well, yeah, LSU Alabama is like a bucket list game. I mean, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And your stadium is pretty bucket list as well. It's regarded as one of the best facilities in softball. Describe Tiger Park as someone is called your home here for many years. Talk about what makes it so special.
I think the people that come in it is what makes it so special. Like our fans, the do or dies that are always there, rain or shine, like always there cheering us on, always have our back. All the people, all the teams that end up coming, like whenever they bring a whole team, like having all those little girls look up to us, like it just creates a platform for us to brighten the world, really.
Kind of what Taylor said, like the people make it LSU Tiger Park. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful facility inside and out. Our new mic, I mean, kind of new. Like we're so thankful for having it, and like it's just like who doesn't want their own weight room and cardio station and an inside field when you need one, or cages whenever you need them. So I mean, it's super cool just being able to have that, and it's the best place to play college softball, hands down.
Do you both? What's your favorite memory so far to date? Because obviously the best memories are to come. But what's your favorite memory or game so far of your LSU career that jumps out?
Anytime they get to be with their coach, that's their favorite.
There you go. There's
I would say, I would say mine was Allie Newland's first at bat. It was a pinch hit at bat. I don't remember who we were playing, but pinch hit, bases loaded, hits a grand slam, her first at bat. I want to say it might have even been in a full count, but like just having that moment, like taking it all in, like as a freshman, you're probably like, oh my God, I'm so nervous to be in the box right now. But just being able to deliver like that. And then obviously she's continuing to keep that show going. So I think that would be my favorite.
I'm trying to think of my favorite. There's just so many. It's hard to choose.
That's a good problem to have.
Right? Okay. I can think of one. Taylor's walk-off. Who was it? Against Utah.
Ooh,
right?
That was a good
Utah.
one.
Walk-off home run. It was just like it was amazing. That's one of mine, yeah. It was a good game, and I remember having a gut feeling like she's gonna hit it out right now. Like I have a feeling. So I called it. So you're welcome.
Thank you.
But yeah, the home run, the big old jump in the middle on home plate. That was yeah.
You should call it more often.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, it just comes natural. You can't force it. There. Tell me about your teammates. Who's a player or two that really stands out to you, that impresses you, that maybe some fans need to keep that name in mind? Either one of the veterans or maybe a youngster that you think you'll get to pass the baton here in years to come at LSU.
I think there's so many. Like I could, off the top of my head, like I had 4 like just lined up ready to go. I'm gonna steal 2 though. I'm gonna go Tori Edwards. I'm sure if you follow LSU softball on any social media, you've seen all the weight room stuff that she's done. But the amount of power that she actually has on the field too is crazy. Like she's the hitter that you want to be playing in the grass as an infielder, but she can also run. So if she does happen to in-cap it, she's also safe. Like it's just so dangerous to see all the different tools that she has. And then my other one would be Emily Casanova. She started coming out a little bit last year. But just the amount of work that she puts in, she is the like definition of tigers. So we have our tiger traits. She complements all of them perfectly. Like she will be the one to do whatever anyone asks for the team. Like she is that person. She'll put in the work and it shows, and it has been showing lately. So I'm excited to see what she does this year.
Nice. I'm going to have to go with one of my outies, Mackenzie Rudity. She's just like the amount of time, like she's just grown as a player inside and out with offense and defense in the outfield. She's just super consistent, and she's always working hard to get 1% better every single day. And it just shows all the work that she's putting in. She can really smash the ball too. She's been really killing it this fall and as we've been coming back up. But I would say Mackenzie Rudity, yeah, for sure.
Who's the comedian of the team? Who's the one that's the go-to if you need a laugh on the bus ride or something? Who's the funny one on the team?
Maya Townsend.
We have a lot of comedians, and we have like different types of funny. So we got like I would say Kelly Lynch came as my first one that popped. But we have a lot of people who are like their type of funny. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, Kelly's like the dry funny, like has this whole thing popped in her head, like she's gonna spill it out with no expression on her face.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it even funnier. So she's definitely one up that's up there. But we do have a lot of funny people. And if you get the right people together, then you're laughing the whole ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Torina mentioned she's got that dry humor. You don't know if she's serious or not. It takes a little adjustment period there. She's got that little sarcastic humor. It's just pretty good, which is kind of my style. So I always like to appreciate that deal. Of course, you've played for Coach Torina. Describe playing for Beth Torina, and what's that experience like?
I'll go first. I mean, it's awesome. That's one of the reasons why I came here, is because I feel like she just gets us and on a different level. Like we can go have the hard conversations with nothing to worry about. Like if we have a problem with something or we see something a little differently, we can go talk to her and like have a conversation and actually like talk it out, and not just like be like, oh my God, that's the head coach, we can't go talk to her. But like having that relationship with her, she definitely does want what's best for you. Like she'll do so many things for you. Like she's so for the team, for us as individuals, that she'll run through a wall for us if she needed. And I'm sure she would say that too, but she does mean it. She's just been a great coach to play behind.
Yeah, I mean, playing under coach has just been such a surreal experience. I mean, that was one of the top reasons why I came to LSU, but she, like Taylor said, like she just cares so much, not only about the program, but as us as individuals. She wants to see us grow on the softball field, but she also cares so much making us grow outside the softball field and going through adversity. She's always there, always has your back, no matter day or time. Like you can always count on her to have your back whenever you need her. She just wants to see us be challenged and be better, and she knows, I don't know, she's just the best. I don't know how to describe it, but she's just, I don't know, hands down, like one of the best coaches out there.
And helps you, gives you confidence, right? Because I remember, people when Andrews graduated, well, who's going to play the outfit? She brought up your name, Ciara, as somebody, hey, watch this, remember this name. She's going to be an awesome player. She's going to make great things here. I would assume just playing for her, she's the type that gives you that positive energy, that gives you a ton of confidence, which means a lot as a player. Is that accurate?
Definitely, yeah. She definitely does boost up confidence for everyone here. Even when she's tough on you, it's because she's tough on you because she knows you could be better. I mean, that for me, that gives me more confidence. When she gets hard on me, I'm like, okay, she knows I can be better. I know I can be better. So that also gives me confidence, just knowing that she pushes me every single day to be the best I can be. And who doesn't want a coach that gives them confidence every day?
She's also the type of coach that, like, whenever she speaks and tells you something, like, she's not BSing it. Like, she's not going to tell you, like, oh, hey, you did great today, whenever she knows you didn't. Like, just to try and boost your confidence. But, like, whenever you did have a good day, she's like, hey, that was really good. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Like, the honest confidence is what I really like.
That's very good. Also, it's well known. Anybody that knows Coach Torina knows she's a little superstitious. There you go. You're both are smiling. All right, so I know you got stories, because I know every former player I've talked to has a story or two. Either they got influenced because of it, or they just have a story. So the platform's yours. She's not here. She made a cameo earlier. She left, so take advantage. Give me a superstition Coach Torina story.
Mine's the jackets. Oh, like, it can't be 90 degrees outside and you're wearing 3 jackets. Like, that's just crazy.
That's pretty.
I'm sure Ciara gets it though, because she might have more than Coach Beth. So.
I was gonna say, Briggs, people have said that you're as superstitious as she is. Is that accurate? There, are you both very similar and the same page wavelength there?
I think I might be worse, honestly.
Ooh.
Like, I get this question a lot, and every time I get it, I think about everything that I do. I'm like, wow, like I really do a lot. Like, I think about the big stuff, like my Starbucks order, the music I listen to, the order I get dressed.
The music we all have to listen to, not just that she listens to.
Because I play the music in the locker room. The order I get dressed, the hairstyle I do, like those are like the big, like well-known stuff I do. But like when I really think about it, I do like little stuff throughout the day during pregame where I don't step on the line. I chew the same piece of gum the whole game, the same Powerade water cup that I do, the same like little stuff that I do. Like no one can touch my ribbon, no one can touch my towel, no one can use my bat. Like the list goes on and on.
No one can move her cup.
No one can move my cup. Like no one can touch my glove. Like when it's in a certain spot after I play like there's a lot of stuff that I do, and it works. It's my routine, so I got to stick with it.
We know not to mess with anything that says Ciara.
I mean, listen, if we were in person, Ciara, I'd give you a high five because everything you just said describes me as well. So don't feel like I do all these broadcasting superstitions. Like I got to sit a certain way when I'm broadcasting. I have to wear a certain polo, like a certain way. So I can relate to those weirdness. That's why, so as much grief as I give Coach Torina, it's only because I'm the same way. And I feel like we're all in the same group and we have to, we have each other's back.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I love that. Give me one superstition of Briggs you've learned as a roommate that stood out.
The towel. There was one practice. This is in practice too sometimes. So we all have our like practice towels and they hang off the back. So we were doing our sprints at the end of our warm up and I grabbed it as she took off and she stopped the sprint. She turned around, she'd give my towel. I'm like, oh, sorry. Never touch the towel again. When I see people reaching for the towel, I hit them like, no, don't do it. You don't want it.
That's good. Wow. Ciara has nothing to say. She has no defense. She's acknowledged. It is what it is.
No, okay.
What works for me works for me. I don't know.
As long as they understand it, it works.
Yeah.
That's good. Reminds me of my nephew who doesn't want certain people to go in his room. So every time I visit him, he's like, nope, you can't go to the room. All right. That's superstition. There you go. It just happens. But no, that's good. So wow, that's good. Coach Torina should be proud of the fact that you admitted you're more superstitious than her. That's a major accomplishment.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this season. What both of you've accomplished so much. I'm curious as players, what have you worked on individually to even be better this year during the off season?
Mine would be, well, there's still a lot of things. Like we're still working on a lot here, but my biggest thing would be pitch selection. I feel like a lot of times I end up getting myself out by the pitches that I swing at. Like if I could be disciplined enough to swing at like the pitches that I know I can do damage on, then I'll be a lot more effective at the plate. But also the leadership aspect of it, like trying to talk more. Like this is something I've said every year about things that I could be better at, but I do think I have gotten a little bit better. Still working through some things vocally, but taking the moments when I have something to say and actually saying it.
I would say for me, offensively, kind of like what Taylor said, is just making more good decisions at the plate, and just trusting my instincts and keeping my tools consistent, whether it's bunting, hitting, power slapping, high chopping, just keeping those tools consistent and making good decisions, not only for pitch selection, but also making good decisions of what situation I'm in and what tool is best used in this situation. And just continuing to get stronger. I've been working on my bat speed, so helping that, and just continuing to strengthen my mechanics in the outfield to stay strong out there too.
Two last questions and we'll let you go. What's going to be the keys for this team to accomplish your internal goals?
I think not trying to do too much. Like we have all the pieces that we had last year and some more. Like we don't need to try and be Oklahoma right now. Like we just need to everyone do their job, do our best at the things that we need to do, and everything will fall in place. Like if we're working as one, then we should be able to accomplish whatever we want to.
Yeah, kind of like what Taylor said, just trusting each other and trusting ourselves and know that we're capable of doing so much, and just playing for each other really, and just going out every single day and competing to the best of our abilities and fighting all the way till the last out. So, but yeah, definitely just staying strong and competing all the way.
And then my last question is, obviously 5-10 years from now, when you come back and you're on campus, people see you, what do you want your legacy to be from LSU? When 5-10 years ago from now, Ciara Briggs, Taylor Pleasant's names come up, what do you want people to say about each one of you?
You want me to go first? You got it. Okay. I want them to know or talk about how much I loved LSU just as a whole and how much work and dedication I put into my work and how I challenge not only myself but the people around me just to be better, not only on the field but also off the field, and just always gave 100% at whatever I did.
I think for me, it kind of goes with my why, like why I play softball. I want people to bring up like how joyful I was. Like I always try to keep a smile on the field, no matter what the results are, because I know someone in the stands is going through way worse than I am. Like being 0 for 3 is not as bad as someone who just lost a sibling or a parent or something. So just always having joy, like radiating light, knowing that like there's always something worse that could be going on in your life. And also that I did everything that I could to see others succeed. Like it wasn't about me. It's not about the accolades that I get. It's that the team does something that we want to do together as a team.
That is Taylor Pleasance and Ciara Briggs of the LSU Tigers as they get set for the 2024 season. Ladies, this was fun. Thank you so much for doing this and talking to me. I've enjoyed watching you from afar throughout your entire careers. You're two of the most fun players to watch, and there's so many success you've had. Good luck this season. Enjoy it. And like I said, thanks for talking to me, and I'll look forward to crossing paths with you probably in Clearwater, but at some point this season. But thanks for coming on and talking to us.
Of course. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.